Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the exam update series. My name is Pooja. Today I am going to discuss with you a very important information that deals with your application for UPSC examination. Now this pertains to not only the UPSC Civil Services examination but any other examination that is conducted by the UPSC. And very importantly, we have to understand that if you're appearing for the examinations of 2022, 2023 and so on after that, this video is very important. Please watch till the last because the entire process has been done before, and that is why I will be able to guide you in how to fill. If we are talking about the filling up of the application with respect to OTR, how to do that, and I have done it myself. So authentic it is, the information is very authentic. Let us move on with the topic. What is UPSC OTR? OTR stands for one-time registration and how to apply. Now OTR stands for one-time registration. That means once you fill in your basic details through the OTR, it will get securely registered with the UPSC, and whenever you are going to apply for any examination under UPSC, that information, 70% of that information will be pre-populated or pre-integrated into your application. So let's talk about this with respect to this press note. This press note has been released by UPSC on 18th of August, okay, 18th August 2022. And how can you do that? This particular press note has given us the information about two government websites where we can register ourselves through OTR. First is UPSC.gov.in. First is that, and second is UPSC online.nic.in on 24/7 basis. That means it is in operation 24/7. Okay, so you can do it anytime. Moving on, what was the need for bringing OTR? First is to increase efficiency, because what happens, an aspirant tends to give many examinations under UPSC, and already the exam pressure on us is so much that we tend to make mistakes. Seldom times we do tend to make mistakes whenever we are filling the application, or the website becomes slow down because of too much load. So first it can be that to increase the efficiency of the students, reduce mistakes, and whenever we are filling our application, it takes approximately 1 to 2 hours. Generally it does. Sometimes we forget our photograph, our another information such as roll number. So in order to understand and empathize with the students on the premises of these things only, UPSC has brought this to save the time of the students, reduce pressure and increase efficiency, also reduce mistakes. Okay, moving on. Yes, before I move on, just let me tell you one thing. About 70% information of an aspirant to the OTR has already been garnered, and 70% of the information will be integrated with the application once you give your important details in the application, such as Gmail account or mail ID or your contact number or even OTR ID. So it will be pre-integrated, pre-populated, that means fitted, pre-fitted. Okay, so only the 30% of the information you will have to fill according to the needs of the different application. Okay, moving on. Now let's talk about the process. How does it happen? The students or aspirants are required to register themselves, okay, by giving the basic person information such as name, such as their status, if they are a minority or not, parents' details, whichever the registration will ask, and that will be stored securely in the commission's server. And extreme care is needed to avoid any complications in the future. That is why we have come up with this particular video, to ensure that we give you all the information in how to register yourself. So for that, let us move on to our beloved UPSC website. This is the UPSC website, and this website is UPSC.gov.in. One other website is also there that I have already told you how to fill in. First of all, look at all this. Then you will go in the later part of the website. You will apply online. Whenever you will click on apply online, you will see these 3 headings. First is online recruitment application for various recruitment posts. This is not something that we have to touch. We have to touch one-time registration for examinations of UPSC. That means every examination that UPSC conducts. So you click on this, okay? Then you will find a page like this. Now how to move on? Here, it gives us 4 steps: registration, login, verification, and then dashboard. So don't move on to filling your email ID and your email password. Don't do that. You will, if you're a new registry, you will go into new registration, okay? Then it is written, provide your basic information under one-time registration. So you will start providing your information. What I have done, I have already filled this, so I won't fill it for you, but I will tell you what did I do. Here I put my entire name, Pooja Dwivedi, okay? Again, to verify the name, Pooja Dwivedi. Full name, Pooja Dwivedi. Gender, my gender female. Verify gender, again, you have to verify that. Date of birth, whenever you will do that, you will click on this and this calendar box will appear. First, you will choose the year, okay? Suppose I am choosing 93. Then we will choose the month. And lastly, we will choose the date, okay? Same thing we will do over here. Then father's name. Do not attach any prefixes. It is written over here. Any applicant can submit his or her details through e-form, but what has to be kept in mind over here is do not use any prefix such as Shri or Doctor. Don't do that. Just write your name. Father's name must not match with candidate's name. Very important, okay? Do that as well, okay? Then comes that after registering with the father's name, mother's name, again verifying mother's name. Minority status, if you are a minority, yes. If you're not, then no. Then you will give an alternate number. See, whatever sections have asterisk, such as mobile number, red asterisk is there, minority status, and all these are the compulsory sections. Whichever section doesn't have it, then you can leave that. But for safe purpose, you can fill it. Then email ID, it's important to fill your email ID. It's a compulsory section. Alternate one you can also give. And then board examination roll number, that is the class 10th roll number. All right. After that, security question, 2 security questions will be asked. Choose such kind of security question that remains static, that increases your chances of getting into your personal information, even if you forget all the 3 things for login. So tend to choose either childhood name because that is static, or the city or village you were born in, okay? Or do not choose something like that, favorite dish, favorite color, that does not remain static. My favorite color has changed so many times. So choose something that is static and write the answer. For second security question, you can again choose something that is very static, okay? Then you have to ensure that you're not a robo. So you will fill in the captcha. After that, you will submit it. Then what will happen? After that, what happens? 2 things will come in front of you. That mobile number OTP will be asked, and email OTP will be asked. That will be sent to you after you have registered yourself, after you have registered the basic details. So you will check your mobile number which you have provided and then fill in the OTP over here. Again, for email ID OTP, again you will fill in the OTP over there. Then you will click on submit. If you haven't received the OTP, then you can click on resend the OTP. If you have received it, then submit it. After that, your registration will be successful and something like this will come on your screen. So this is the kind of overall outlook will be there. Dashboard, latest notification, application history, change password, view profile, logout. This is what I have logged in. So my name is over there. One-time registration is over here and here. Do write it down or take a screenshot for your registration ID. Then name, candidate's full name, gender, father's name, everything I have blurred because this is my personal information. then minority status, then mobile number and alternate mobile number. Another thing is that suppose I am logging in directly after I have registered. Now I will log in. I will log in through my mobile number. So I have logged in directly. Now this is the important instruction to fill online application. One thing that we have to keep in mind over here, UPSC has given us so much help with respect to giving us pre-instructions, even if many forms are still about to come. So please do read them carefully. So candidates are advised to go through the instruction. Online submission of application can only be made at the website. The website's name is given over here. Detailed instructions are available at the site, and candidates should understand wherever there is an asterisk. That means you have to mandatorily fill it. The application form will be available both in English and Hindi, but it can be filled only in the English language. Another important fact. And the filling of online application, it has two parts. Candidate must press. That means you have to click on the button I agree after you find all the information to be correct, and no correction is required. Therefore, no correction or modification will be allowed after that. In the current procedure which I showed you, OTR, then there also you can have your correction done by logging in through your OTR. So many things have been clarified here. When I agree button is pressed, a page with the registration number will be generated. Note down the registration number for future reference, very important, and print or take out a print of the page. Application is incomplete without payment, so you have to pay as well if your status allows so. As in, for women applicants, we know that UPSC gives free forms for women applicants when it comes to civil services. Then you also have to upload scanned photograph. As I told you, 70% of the information will be pre-integrated, but the remaining 30 consists of payment, your photograph, signature, photo identity card document that can range from Aadhaar card to driver's license, selection of center, and agree to the declaration. The size of the photograph you have to keep in mind. The digital file of the size should not exceed 300 KB each, must not be less than 20 KB, and everything else is also given. So read it out. Okay. Then the upload your photo identity card document in PDF format only. That means if you're providing Aadhaar card or if you're providing any other information such as driver's license for your ID proof, then it should be done in PDF format only. The digital size of the PDF should not exceed this much. Again, if you are selecting an assistive device other than the listed, upload scanned other assistive device in JPG format. Okay, any other device. The digital size of the file again is given over here. Then payment comes over here. Candidates can pay fee online. It can be done through debit or credit card, net banking, UPI, or any banks, or by cash challan in the SBI bank. So for challan we have SBI bank. Again, to pay fee in cash, candidate should take printout of challan generated online after completion of the part 1 of the registration, as there are two parts. Candidate may go to the nearest SBI branch for depositing fee after 24 hours of generation of challan. So time period is given. And remember all these details when it comes to payment. Then remember as in read it out. Don't remember. Those who are exempted from payment of fee can skip step 10 and 11. These two steps which were given. Again, please provide the photo identity card number and upload copy of the same in online application form. And remember to carry it at the time of personality test or examination venue at the venue. And on successful completion of your complete application, an auto-generated email message will be sent to your registered email ID. If you have not received that, then ensure the submission of part 2 of the application has been made by you. For successful registration, you have to deal with both the parts. So whenever the second part is complete, then only the generation of the email will be there. And the PWDB candidates with less than 40% disability will not be considered for any relaxation and are required to pay fee if not exempted under the notification. So I hope we covered everything. And now the best thing about this particular move is, first of all, you will have a lot of time to read the instructions that have been given. The instructions will give you a lot more confidence whenever it comes to settling your online application form, because seldom times it happens that whenever you fill the wrong information, that can cost you an attempt. Okay, so that is something the UPSC has in mind. It does not want to lose talent, and the information that is given, which I recently showed you, pertains to how to fill the form. Secondly, what size of the photos should be there. Please see that. What kind of photo ID proof is to be provided. The form will be available both in English and in Hindi, but it will be filled up only in English, and rest of the things you have to read carefully. Okay, so this is the entire procedure. Okay, so I hope we were able to cover lot many things with respect to this segment. Whenever any other notification comes along, we will try to intimate you at the earliest. Thank you so much for watching.